WB4AIZ, Chuck, I got you on the list. Brad, I got you in there too, and KE8ZRY, Jeremy, I got you in and out from the blue screen. I'll be back, guys. KD8SLG.
What do you know? I had a coughing fit, but after the net I ran, thankfully. We'll be standing by, KA0KDW.
Kilo 4 Oscar Golf, testing DV switch mobile app through the clear node.
K4OG, W8HRF. How are you, Mark?
W8HRF. We're doing fantastic. Good to hear you, Josh. I just wanted to see if I could make this work. DV switch mobile app going through my clear node and connected to the W8WKY.
Well, it's working for you. We can hear everything you're saying. It sounds good. It does sound a little overdriven, but it's not a problem at all. So you just can tell you're not on a radio, I guess. Well, you're just on a different setup than normal. Where are you at? Are you down back in Kentucky? Or are you back here in Ohio?
I'm up here on Restaurant Hill in Copley, Fairlawn. Yep. So I sound like Northern Mark. That's what you're telling me.
Sure. Yeah, we can say that, I guess. Anyways, I just wanted to give you a signal report. By the way, did you happen to get the QSL card I sent you?
Hey, you're awesome, Josh. Appreciate the comeback and let me know. I got the notification, the postal thing saying get some mail, and I seen one from you. So I'm dying to look at it, and I forgot if I ever sent you one. But, yeah, it's at home.
Roger that. All right. I didn't know if I couldn't decide if I wanted to send it to the address on QRZ or if I wanted to ask you for your address over text or something, and I figured I'd just make it a little bit of a surprise. But anyways, all right, glad that it's there. So I don't think you ever did send me one, so I can't remember if I gave you I might have sent a self-addressed stamped envelope or something for the one I sent you. I'm not sure. I can't remember, but all right. Anyways, I'm going to let you go and take a look at this trivia question. Anyways, I'll catch you later. K4OG, W8HRF. Good to hear you, Mark.
You too, W8HRF. Yeah, I'll send you one of my limited edition ones. There you go. K4OG clear with W8HRF.
KD2HCE with a pre-check-in. KD2HCE, KD8SLG, I heard you there. Chris, you're on the list.
Yeah, throw me in and out. I got to go on a conference call, so just a quick hi and bye.
Hi and bye it is. Thanks, Chris. KD2HC, KD8SLG. Have a good night, buddy. K4OG, you still out there, Mark?
KD8SLG, K4OG. Yes, I am, Nick. What's going on?
I'll just put the link in YouTube for us up there, so you can go hear what you sound like yourself. It's kind of weird. I was listening on the 2980 when you started talking the first time, and it sounded super overmodulated and blown up. And then by the time I put on my headphones and heard you again, it didn't sound all that bad. It's kind of weird. Anyway, there's my 2 cents on it. But question is, so why are you loading up DV switch on the clear node?
So, I've got the DV Switch app on my phone, and the easiest thing for me to do was just connect my phone to my clear node, which is already connected to whatever Allstar I want to connect to. Let's see, I think I'm using my private IP right now, but I can use my public IP, so I don't have to take my clear node with me. I can just take this DV Switch app on my phone.
Oh. Okay. I see what you're doing now. All right. Cool. Well, that's pretty groovy, man. And in that case, I'd say it's working better than expected. How's that?
Well, I might not be as dumb as I used to be. That's pretty cool. Thank you, Nick. Hey, I'd love to stick around on the net tonight, but I got to call the wife. I haven't yet done that, and then I'll be sleepy-eyed by then. So in and out or whatever, and 73s to you. Have a great night. K4OG.
W8WKY.
All right, Mark, I'm glad I had a second to talk to you tonight. Give my best to the better half, and you have a great night. We got about 2 minutes until the announcement, so I'm going to go grab a soda, take care of business, and I'll be back in time for that. KD8SLG. I'll be back for prenup.
The Beacon Net, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
There's my girl. QST, 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 calling all amateurs to the Beacon Net. Sponsored by the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association right here on the W8WKY repeater. 147 Mark 390, positive offset and a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. This is Control Net. We ask that all traffic pass through net control. Your net control operator for the pre-show tonight is Kilo Delta 8 Sierra Lima Golf KD8 SLG. My personal is Nick, November India Charlie Kilo, just Nick. At the top of the hour, Dustin will take over KD8 EPC. We meet here every Wednesday and Sunday night at 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock Tulsa time. Early check-in start a half hour early. That's what we're doing right here. This is the pre-show. I've collected a few people that were talking before the net started and a couple of people from the blue screen. That's NetLogger, for those of you who don't know. I'm going to take a couple rounds of check-ins, then we'll work the list, see who's sticking around for trivia tonight and who's just here to say hi. Before we get there, let's check in with the Beacon Net team tonight and make sure everybody's radio is working, see who's here and who isn't. As I like to call it, Mickey Rouse Roll Call. KD8 EPC, this is KD8 SLG. Good evening, Dustin.
KD8 SLG and the Beacon Net pre-show. This is KD8 EPC. Well, good evening, Nick. We're here. Our radio is broken. Go ahead and proxy us in for the big show. This is KD8 EPC. Back to pre-net control.
You got it, Dustin. You sound fine. We'll see if Nick wants to take over tonight. K8QKO. This is KD8 SLG. Are you there tonight, Nick?
KD8 SLG, K8QKO. Yes, sir. I'm here and standing by for the net.
Cool, cool. You sound better than Dustin. You should take over tonight. We're going to clear with K8QKO. Check in with our trivia masters tonight. W8HRF, KD8SLG. Hey, Josh.
KD8SLG, W8HRF. Good evening, Nick. How are you doing? Glad you got over your coughing fits. We're here, and we'll be ready for trivia. Thanks for doing the pre-show. KD8SLG, W8HRF.
Well, thank you for picking up the conversation before the show tonight. I'd appreciate that because I was really having trouble talking, and we're going to force our way through this one. Good to hear you, Josh. We're going to clear with W8HRF. Let's talk to Miss Lucy, KE8YUK. How you doing tonight, Lucy?
Better than you, apparently, Nick. Geez, hope you feel better. Hope you get some tea with some lemon and honey in it or something. Yeah, we're all set for trivia tonight, and I don't think my husband's going to use the trivia question that I sent him, but we'll find out. But yeah, we're all set for tonight. I believe you have Maine and I have Old, right? Yep. All right, we will catch you down the log. KE8YUK, back to KD8SLG.
KE8YUK, KD8SLG. I presumed correctly. No, I'm doing all right, Lucy. It was just right before I was ready to start talking to people, I had one of those, just horrible coughing fits. So, and who is it? Wade. Wade always recommends a hot toddy. I think that has booze in it. Didn't get there yet, though. All right, Lucy. And yeah, I presumed correctly that Josh was going to have main trivia and you have alt trivia. That's how I lined it up. So good deal. Looking forward to them. See you in about half an hour. We're going to clear with K8YUK. And next up, we got KE8VZA. Eric. Are you couches on the air tonight, Eric?
KD8EPC, KD8SLG, KE8VZA. Yes, I am activating couches on the air. All I have to do is check into a net, and it is a valid activation. So there you have it. KE8VZA back to net pre-net control.
All right, man, your contact on the air, your couch on the air contact is confirmed. You've been activated. Good to hear, Eric. Going to clear with K8VZA. All right, let me tell you who I've harvested so far. Then we'll do a couple rounds of check-ins and start talking. We got WB4AIZ Chuck in Florida. K8ZRY, Jeremy was in and out. He needs some sleep. He must have stayed up until 6 this morning watching television like the rest of us. K0KDW, Brad, I got you in there. K5CFY in slot number 10, where he belongs. K4OG is in and out. He's talking to the better half right now. If you're still listening, Mark, have a great night. KD2HCE was in and out. He's on a conference call. Chris, have fun with that. And AB8MO, I just added you on the list. Let's see if anybody else is out there tonight or if everybody's going to bed early tonight. This is KD8SLG. I'm listening for check-in for the BeaconNet.
Here's Kilo Alpha 8, Lima Yankee Juliet, Bob in Barberton.
This is 6 Kilo Juliet Victor, Kilo 6 Kilo Juliet Victor, Kevin in Valley Springs, California.
Alpha 8, Charlie Sierra, Gary in Fairlawn. Good.
All right. That's picked up K8, KJV, Rev Cav out in California, and President Gary AA8CS. I will not make an announcement. I'll save that for you. All right, let's do another round of check-ins, then we'll start working this list. It's KD8SLG on the list. Oh, man, it's going to be a fun night. All right, looks like before Chuck, he left us. Chuck, let's go to Missouri and talk to Brad. K0KDW. This is KD8SLG. Brad, how are you tonight? And are you sticking around to play trivia with us?
W8WKY.
Good evening, Nick, from Missouri, I think is what you just said. I am sticking around, and I sent something to Josh because I forgot to tell him earlier. I am not the MC/announcer for my local Hamfest. Somebody else is handling the talk in frequency, providing information, directions, and answering questions for all inbound ham radio or hamsters headed to the Hamfest. There we go. Otherwise known as NARCfest, N-A-R-C, which is the Nixa Amateur Radio Club. A friend of mine on one of the groups I'm on said every time he hears the acronym NARCfest, he thinks of a bunch of undercover cops. So there you go. NARCfest 24. This Saturday in Nixa, Missouri, 252 North Nicholas Road, 8 to 1, SMLRS. .info, Sierra Mike Lima Romeo Sarah.info for more information. Just wanted to put that out there since our local Springfield repeater system is connected. Back over to you, and we'll be waiting for the trivia.
All right, Brad. Yeah, NARCfest. That's what it sounds like. Yeah, a bunch of guys who look too much like the part. All right, Brad, I got you sticking around tonight. Thanks, man. Going to clear with K0KDW. Let's go out to Tulsa and talk to Ray. K5CFY. Looks like you were able to connect tonight, Ray. That's a good thing. How you doing? Are you sticking around for trivia?
KD8, SLG in the net, K5CFY. Yep. We got connected up all right, looks like. Good to hear everybody out there. And I'm definitely going to hang around and listen to see what Josh and Lucy has for us tonight. So have a great net, and we'll be listening. K5CFY.
Well, Ray, as As always, Dustin and I had a blast on the Boredom Breaker net this afternoon, and Nancy's been coming up with some awesome conversation-starting questions. So that's pretty cool. Glad you're sticking around tonight, Ray. We're going to clear with K5CFY. This is the W8WKY repeater. You're listening to the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association BeaconNet. I'm KD8SLG, and AB8, you are on deck. But before I grab you, I want to reach out and say hi to Charlotte. Hi, Charlotte. AB8MO, this is KD8SLG. How you doing, Andy? And are you sticking around tonight?
Well, thank God I didn't get rid of my clear node, even though I was threatening to do that for a while, because that's the only one I'm getting in today. Thanks for the heads up, because I was just screwing off on Facebook when you said about that. Okay, I better pick up the bike. So here I am. Here I shall stick around for a while anyway, at least through my turn. Thank you for Lucky 13. Back to you. They're just Nick, KD8SLG, AB8MO.
Andy, AB8MO. I heard a couple of people on the air today saying that Facebook seemed very quiet today. Is that your take?
Well, I don't know. If you're talking about political ads and political posts, I don't know. Anybody who gets political with posting stuff, I usually just click ignore. Ignore posts. So I guess I don't really get on Facebook that much. That's the weird thing. This is unusual for me. I'll go for months at a time without getting on Facebook. So the mere fact that I'm on Facebook, I don't know, is a miracle in itself. So I guess I'm the wrong person to ask that question, Nick. Back to you, AB8MO.
A wise move, Andy. A wise move. Thanks, man. I got you sticking around. We're going to clear the AB8MO. Let's go to Bob in Barberton. KA8LYJ. This is KD8SLG. Bob, how you doing? And are you going to stick around and play trivia at the top of the hour tonight?
Hey, yeah, the horrors persist, but so do I. Yeah, I'll be sticking around for the trivia. Had a great day today. Took the XYL, and we did the veteran train ride at Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad. That was a lot of fun. Nice, relaxing afternoon with that. So, and then relaxing with the radio this afternoon or this evening. It's a good life.
I've done one of those Cuyahoga Valley Railroad rides before. They're pretty cool. As I recall, mine was a wine tasting ride. Did you have any wine on the ride today?
No, they gave us a pack of chocolate chip cookies and a bottle of water, but that's all right.
Oh, yeah. Not everybody's into day drinking. I already forgot. Are you sticking around tonight?
I am, yes.
Awesome. Cool. I got you on the list, Bob. Good to have you on board. We're going to clear with K8LYJ. Valley Springs, California, Rev Kev. K6KJV, this is KD8SLG. How's Rev Kev tonight? And are you sticking around for Cornwaldo beans?
Well, hello, Nick. This is K6KJV here in Valley Springs, California, where no matter how cloudy it is, it's bright and sunshiny. Ever since last night. That's right. I'm going to be sticking around, and you wouldn't be choked up because a certain little lady couldn't make the race, could you? I don't know. Yeah, I'll be here. Glad to be here. And, boy, I love America. And I'll pass the mic back to you there, Nick from KD6KJV.
Rev Kev. K6KJV, that's right. I no longer have to vote in solidarity with you on the trivia questions, but I'm pretty sure I voted in solidarity with you last night. Now, if anything, I'm choked up because I was up until 5 o'clock this morning waiting for the, waiting for the ultimate results, if you will. Good to have you on board, Kev. We'll talk to you later on. We're going to clear with K6KJV. Next up, it's the president of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association. The one, the only, the legend in his own mind. Fresh from beer night, I bet. AAHCS is a KD8SLG. Go, Gary.
How did you know that I was fresh from beer night? Actually, it was a traditional beer night. We actually had wings, too. Yeah. Wings and beer. Yep. Worked out pretty good. Yeah, good evening, Nick. I am not going to hang around tonight. I'm going to be in and out, I guess, after this. But I did want to just stop by. I wanted to remind everybody about the apparel sale. The apparel sale, the Sarah apparel sale, is live. We have a short sales window this time. It's actually going to close a week from tonight. The last notification will be the barometer net next week. So the order goes in on Thursday, and we will have it for the Christmas party, which is December 12th. Remember, get your order in if you want to be part of the illustrious, well-dressed, best-looking hams in the area. Yeah, for sure. Order your gear, represent the club, support Sarah. That's really all I got tonight, Nick. I'm going to get some beauty rest and be ready for the barometer net at the first thing, at the crack of dawn, the most ungodly hour of 7 a.m. That's in the morning for the uninitiated. 73, Nick, back to you, buddy. Have a good net. See you in the morning. This is AAHCS.
AAHCS, fine business. Thank you for making that announcement for me. And I haven't placed my order yet, but we've gotten quite a few orders already. I'm kind of excited. Lots of swag going out there. It's pretty cool. And I will be there in the morning to say hi. I didn't make the barometer net this morning because I was up too late last night. That doesn't happen very often. AAHCS, have a great night. Talk to you in the morning. All right, we picked up KI5JIB, Chris out in Tulsa, he's in and out. K8MNT, Tom's in and out tonight, and AI5Q, Jarris is in and out tonight. His mic took a crap, from what I'm reading right now. That's a technical term. Mike took it to crap. That's the bottom of my list already. Wow, I'm usually running over. Let's see who else is out there tonight. And Dustin, stand by. This is KD8SLG. Taking check-ins for the Beacon Net. I'm listening.
KE8 OWX Mobile. I'll be in and out. Happy evening, Nick.
KB8 LNK will be in and out as well.
All right, we picked up two in and outs there. KE8OWX, Thomas, thanks for stopping by. And KB8LNK, thanks for listening. Good to hear you're on. I don't think I'm going to make lunch tomorrow, but Saturday morning we will be putting up an antenna for KE82TQR, which is pretty cool. I wonder if he's going to stop by and say hi tonight. See who else is out there. It's KD8SLG, I'm listening. All right, there's a big awkward silence. Let's grab Dustin. KD8EPC, this is KD8SLG. Are you listening, Dustin?
KD8SLG, this is KD8EPC. What's up, Nick?
Well, KC8FQV just showed up, so I have someone to talk to. I was going to see what you wanted to do, but let me grab Mark, and then I'm going to toss it over to you, and we'll just get this party started if nobody's going to be here tonight. What do you think?
I agree. We're going to send her and get her done, so go ahead and pick up Mark, and we'll start the big show. Back to you, KD8EPC, back to KD8SLG.
Cool, thanks. Let's see what KC8FQV is up to tonight. KC8FQV, KD8SLG, it's a net. Go, Mark.
Hey, I'm just firing things up for this hour. I would hope we get some people coming from the cars group. I check in there at 9 o'clock with the cars on the 14682 machine. And, of course, I was on earlier on the Worcester net. So, yeah, I'm trying to hit things tonight. Got a food net, so things are cooking. Yeah, they're cooking. Pockets get lighter. And so everything else is going okay here. So, yeah, we'll be around for the net. So, we'll send it back to the net controller, the net button pushing there. So, KCFQV.
Alrighty there, Mark. Good to have you on board. I can always count on you being here, buddy. We're going to clear with KC8FQV. I'm going to make one more call for early check-ins, and then I'm going to hand it over to Dustin. See if anybody else is out there. BeaconNet pre-show. KD8SLG, I'm listening.
Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Oscar Yankee, KE8QOY, Joe, Youngstown, Ohio.
Kilowatt Delta 8, Sierra, Quebec. I'm going to be in and out tonight, Nick. Have a good show.
All right, we picked up a couple more there. KE8QOY, Joe, good to hear you, man. And KD8SQ, Jim, Marshallville. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi, Jim. Good to talk to you. Let's talk to Joe, see if he's sticking around tonight. KE8QOY, this is KD8SLG. How you doing, Joe? And are you going to stick around for trivia?
I'm doing okay, Nick. Everything's kind of just quiet here, but I'm going to be in and out. So have a good night.
Joe, I got you marked in and out. Thanks for stopping by. You have a good night. All right, I'm going to try one more, Dustin, just like your last calls. It's KD8SLG. One more last call for the pre-show. I'm listening. All right, there we go. The scope is clear. I want to thank everybody who joined us on the pre-show tonight. And I'm going to let Dustin take over. We'll get this thing started, and maybe we'll all get an extra hour of sleep tonight. This is KD8SLG, KD8EPC. Light them up, Dustin. Go.
All right, thanks, Nick. Good evening and welcome to the BeaconNet. My name is Dustin. My call sign is KD8EPC, and I'll be net control for the evening. The BeaconNet meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater 147.390 with a positive offset of PL tone of 114.8, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink W8WKY-R. This is a directed net. All traffic must pass through net control, and all stations are welcome to check in. We'll take multiple rounds of check-ins, so if you don't get in the first time, stand by and we'll get to you as soon as we can. We're linked with our friends in Oklahoma, Fireside, and various other networks, so we ask you to keep for a couple of seconds before and after you transit, and make sure you let everything drop so we can hear everything you have to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. All right, not hearing any emergency or priority traffic. Stations that haven't already checked into the pre-show would like to check into the BeaconNet. Please say your call phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. All right, nothing heard. It's going to be a quick one tonight here, so let's get our trivias. W8HRF, Josh, what do you have for us?
KD80PC, W8HRF. Good evening, Dustin. Got an early one here. Tonight's main trivia question, not really ham radio related, I'm sorry, but it is topical. Which of the following, by the way, I should give credit where credit is due. Thank you for the inspiration for the question, Mark K4OG. Okay, so tonight's main trivia question is as follows. Which of the following countries typically holds its elections on a Saturday and imposes fines on those who do not vote and don't have a valid excuse? Your options are Alpha, Canada, Bravo, New Zealand, Charlie, Great Britain, or Delta, Australia. I'm going to let it drop, reread it real quick. Again, tonight's main trivia question is, which of the following countries typically holds elections on a Saturday and imposes fines on those who don't vote and don't have a valid excuse? Your options are Alpha, Canada, Bravo, New Zealand, Charlie, Great Britain, or Delta, Australia. I'm going to get this posted in the blue screen. Send it back to you, Dustin. KD80PC, W8HRF.
All right, thanks so much there, Josh. I really appreciate that one, and we're going to think about it for a while. And in the meantime, let's go talk to Miss Lucy, KEYUK. What do you have for us?
KD8ABC and the net, KE8YUK. Here is your alt trivia. I'm going to make sure I'm reading the right one. All right. Pretty much everyone is familiar with the peace symbol, but where did the design come from? A, the three legs represent stability inside of the circle, which stands for the Earth. B, the internal lines are the semaphore letters N and D, standing for nuclear disarmament. C, it was originally a Quaker pacifist symbol representing the Christian Trinity. Or D, it was the pie-cutting method that Colonel Cornwallis Bean used to settle arguments at Thanksgiving. Again, pretty much everyone is familiar with the peace symbol, but where did the design come from? A, the three legs represent stability inside of a circle, which stands for the Earth. B, the internal lines are semaphore letters N and D, standing for nuclear disarmament. C, it was originally a Quaker pacifist symbol representing the Christian Trinity. Or D, it was the pie-cutting method that Colonel Cornwallis used to settle arguments at Thanksgiving. That is your alternate trivia. Back to you, Dustin.
All right, thanks so much there, Miss Lucy. We're going to think about that one, too, so we'll get back to you towards the end. All right, in the meantime, let's go down here and let's start this list with KE0KDW. Brad, good evening. How are you, my friend?
I'm number one. Okay, anyhow. Good evening, Dustin. Everyone else on the net. Answers. We're going to go with Australia. And the reason behind that is I recently read some comments on a post. In one of the comments, it said something about in Australia, they recently voted on something and didn't want to, but didn't have a choice. So there's the reason behind my answer. We'll see if that's correct. And I have no clue on Lucy's, so I'm going to go with A. So we'll go with DA for duh, or district attorney, or whatever. Anyhow. Otherwise, just try and hope that we can dry out for days prior to more rain coming in this weekend. Some areas of south central and southeast Missouri saw over a foot of rain Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, which resulted in 5 fatalities due to low water crossings and even some, I believe, flooded homes. 2 of the folks that passed away were actually headed to a polling location. They were poll workers, and so unfortunate there as well. So hopefully we get the opportunity to out quite a bit before the next round of rain comes in on Friday night and into Saturday morning. At least that's the hope. Otherwise, it's a little odd doing this before 9 o'clock. As you just heard the beeping there in the back, it is now 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern, and this is K0KDW. Back to you, Dustin.
All right there, Brad. We get you down for Delta and Alpha, and we'll say 73T. Have a great night, and we'll look forward to catching you down the log. All right, let's go talk to Mr. Ray now, K5CFY. Good evening. How are you, Ray?
K88 EPC in the net, K5CFY. Good evening there, Mr. Dustin. Appreciate the great job you and Nick did on the boredom breaker net today. I'm going to make it short and sweet here. I'm going to go with Bravo and Bravo. So we'll give it back to you there, Dustin. Looks like it might be a short net, but we'll see. We'll give it back to you. Everybody stay safe. 7-3, K5CFY.
All right there, Ray. We got you down for Double B, and it's great to hear you out there. And yeah, it might be quick. We're already halfway through the list. So there you go. Thanks again for letting us do the first hour there on the Boredom Breaker Net every Wednesday. And for anybody who doesn't know, you can find Ray and all the other wonderful net controllers on the Boredom Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. They run a couple of hours. They switch net controls at the top of the hour, and they welcome rechecks. So give them the business there if you can. Ray 73, have a great evening, and we'll catch you there at Down the Log. All right, let's go over here to AB8MO in the land of snow and maple syrup. Take it away there, Andy.
KD80PC in the boredom breaker. No, wait a minute. The beacon net. This is AB8MO. Wow, not doing any of those things. It's not snowing yet, and certainly no extraction of that liquid gold we call maple sap, which you boil down in the maple syrup. That doesn't happen until the spring. So we have our pancake breakfasts in March at various mainly non-profit organizations around Burton, and one of the churches actually has a Saturday one, so maybe I can entice Lucy and Josh to come up for that one, since they're really busy on Sundays. Most of them are non-Sundays, so wow, it's 2 minutes past the hour. We're already down to lucky 13, and what, only 3 to go? 4 or something? Doing great. Had a busy weekend, went on a retreat, men's retreat, and it was a welcome change of pace. No phone service, no getting on the radio, and I was okay with that. So anyway, for my trivia questions, I like a little change of pace there, an election question. I'm going to go with Bravo, New Zealand on Josh's answer. I'm not sure why, other than the fact that I have been to New Zealand, actually. Well, I've been to Canada, too, but that's no big deal. But been to New Zealand, so go with that one. I don't have any other reasoning behind other than I've been there. And I kind of like Charlie C for Lucy's, a Quaker pacifist symbol. We'll find out. Those are my wags. That's it. That's all. Not that I had anything intelligent to say to begin with, but I'm out of material already. So I guess I'll throw it back to you there, Dustin. KD8 EPC, I'll get it right. Hello, Nick. Just Nick behind the keyboard. This is AB8MO.
All right, there we get you down for a B and C there tonight, Andy, and we'll say 73 to you, and have yourself a great evening there, and we'll get you down the log. All right, next we're going to go over here to Robert, KA8LYJ. How are you?
Doing all right. I had to swallow my popsicle. On the trivia, I'm going to go with Delta and Charlie. Delta and Charlie.
All right, we got you down for Delta and Charlie for the trivia. Did you have anything else for the net this evening?
No, not tonight. Sure, eventful day during the check-in.
All right, very good there. Well, thanks so much for stopping by, my friend. We really appreciate you joining us this evening, and we'll look forward to catching you down the log again real soon. That's going to bring me over to California here, and we're going to go talk to Rev Kev at K6KJV. How are you, Rev Kev? Take it away.
Hello to you, Dustin, and the rest of the crew and everybody else on the net. This is K6KJV here in Valley Springs, California, and I'm doing just fine, and sounds like everybody else is doing fine. Glad to hear it. And as usual, I'm not going to be different tonight. I'm going to stay true to my roots. Double D's, Delta and Delta. There you go, because you never can go wrong with the Cornwaldo bean, just like you can never go wrong with a Trump. So, God bless America and the whole world. With that, I'll shut up and say, God bless in 73, everyone, and your families and friends. And pass the mic back to you there, Dustin from K6KJV. The mic is all yours, sir.
All right there, K6KJV. Well, we got you down for double D's there, Rev Kevin. I'll tell you what, we're going to make America great again, and there's nothing quite as sweet as that victory speech in the middle of the night. We're going to say 73, and we'll catch you there down the log. And next on the list here is the northernmost mark. Now it's in that KC8FQV. Take it away.
W8WKY.
KC8FQV. I sort of heard him, but I didn't hear him. I mean, I heard him, but I didn't look and designate the thing for the answers, but I've been doing pretty good today, so I might just pop in the blue screen once I see what my answers want to be once I read them. But I had a good day. Yeah, I just got one more net to go out there. But yeah, I gotta look at our website and see what that clothing is. So of course we gotta be careful with what we spend. You know, when you use a lot of money, you don't have none. You have to be careful. But, yeah, everything else is going good. So, we'll just send it back your way, Dustin. Good net earlier today and nets to now. So I'll send it back your way. Maybe I'll recheck with them or I'll just pop in the blue screen. So K6QV, back to net control.
All right there, Mark. Well, we'll be looking for your answers there in the blue screen. So we're going to say 73 to you there. KC8FQV was the bottom of the list. This is KDEDPC with the Beacon Net, and I'm looking for check-ins. Please call now.
Kilo Echo 8, Bravo Hotel Quebec, KE8, BHQ, Benjamin Mobile.
All right, we'll take them one at a time. BHQ, Ben, good evening. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good, Dustin, especially after I woke up and saw the election results. I jumped in the truck and saw or heard you guys started the net, so figured I'd jump in before I got home. So, don't really have nothing for trivia, so I'm just going to take a guess and go Delta and Delta, and I'll give it back to you. This is KE8BHQ.
All right there, Ben. Well, thanks so much for joining us, my friend. It's great to hear you out there. And, yeah, we were up to the wee hours of the morning this morning waiting for results and watching the victory speech there. So we'll say 73, and we'll catch you there down the log. Ben was bottom of the list. This is KDEDPC. I'm looking for some. Please call now. boy, it's going to be short, sweet, and to the point tonight. KAQKO, Nick at night, how you doing?
KDPC, KAQKO, I'm doing well, Dustin. I'm doing well. Yeah, I'll start with trivia. My answers are going to be Bravo and Charlie. See how that goes. And yeah, good election night. I stayed up a little bit, but then I went to bed because I didn't want to stay up. I didn't know how long I was going to have to stay up to actually wait for the results. So I got most of the results, and it looked like who was going to be the winner. And then I came back in the morning and checked on it. But you know what? I hadn't made a decision on all of the choices on my ballot when I was driving to the polling place, and I saw a couple yard signs, and I thought, hey, that looks like a good choice. But I think I might have actually voted for a realtor. So that's my election day story. Anyway, with that, sir, I'll pass it back to you, KAQKO.
All right, very good there, Nick. And boy, I don't know how I managed to. Let's see here. Let's go down the list here to KEVZA. Eric, good evening. How is the couches on the air, and what's going on?
KD8EPC in the group. This is KE8VZA. Couches on the air is very relaxing. Maybe a little too relaxing. My eyelids are getting very heavy. I was up for the victory speech last night. I fell asleep about 10:15 and then woke up about a little before 2, and it was all good. I don't know if I hit the pillow until about 4, somewhere in there, but it was worth it. What else? Stubbed my pinky toe today on the way out of here for work before I put my shoes on. It's killing me. It was at a weird angle. I had to pop it back into place. Nice Halloween surprise a couple days late, I guess. But anyway, that's about all I have. Answers for trivia. That's right. I'm going to go with Bravo and... No, wait a minute. Did I get it backwards? Bravo and Alpha. Bravo and Alpha. KEAVZA, back to net control.
All right there, Eric. Well, sounds like good things happening there. And, yeah, we got you down for a Bravo and Alpha. We did not go to sleep until probably 5 in the morning, or maybe even later. So, and then we were back up at 8, and we've been up ever since. So, yeah, it's been a long day there. All right, let's go back up here. Just Nick, KD and SLG, what say you?
KD8EPC and the Beacon Netizens. This is KD8SLG. Hey, Dustin. Fancy meeting you here. Well, let's get trivia out of the way first. I'm going Bravo for the first one. I think New Zealand sounds like the kind of authoritarian thing they would do. Those guys got me really mad during COVID when they were touting how great they were handling things. My God, they're an island in the middle of nowhere with more sheep than people. So, yeah. And what else we got there? For Lucy, I'm going with C. Sounds like a Quaker thing. That's a guess. Anyway, I texted goodnight to Audrey at 3:46 this morning, so I'm guessing that's when the speech was actually over. And getting up for the barometer net was just very difficult. I tried to get in 4 or 5 times. I didn't make it, and I went back to sleep for a while. So there. So I hear Fred in here tonight. I bet he's sleeping too. Anyway, it was a great day. It really was a great day. And one of the verbs somebody used today was relieved. I thought that was interesting. Very often, I don't think it's very often you hear, I was relieved by the results of an election. Anyway, it looks like we're going to have an early night here, Dustin. I could use an extra hour of sleep, so let's not try to jinx it too bad. Bravo and Charlie for me. It's KD8SLG. Oh, wait. Christmas party. Sign-up's not up on the website yet, but it is going to start at 6:30, December 12th, so everybody should know about that. And order some clothing, order some apparel, look good. There's a good selection of swag on this apparel order, so check it out. KD8SLG, back to net control. Thanks, D.
All right, thanks so much there, Nick. And I'm going to go Bravo Charlie also for my answers there. So there you go. Let's see. Let's just go to Miss Lucy real quick. Give us your main trivia answer there, Miss Lucy.
I don't know why I waited so long. It's our own node that I'm waiting to beep. You know, Josh told me not to read it so that I wouldn't spoil the answer, but then I didn't read it in blue screen either. Boy, oh boy. New Zealand and Australia are tricky because they're just halves of the same island, really. They'll be mad that I said that, but I said it. Who holds elections on Saturdays? I'm going to say Canada because that seems like something Canada would do. I have a good Canadian friend. I have two good Canadian friends, and I know a good Canadian who left Canada, and that's my relationship with Canada. So I'm going to go with A. Back to you, Dustin.
All right, thanks so much there, Miss Lucy. We appreciate it. Now we're going to go to W8HRF. Josh, go ahead and give us your comments, and then read us the main trivia answer.
W8WKY.
KD8EPC, W8HRF. All right, Dustin. Short night. Man, I've never heard a beacon that goes so short, but that's okay. Everybody's probably asleep after yesterday. Hey, I don't know, man. Today was, oh boy. I'll tell you, the last week and a half have been HE double hockey sticks around here because of work and everything else going on. But man, today something changed, and it started at 6 in the morning when I woke up, and then I went into work and I kept on banging my head on the problem I've been working on with my coworker for the last week and a half, and I get the good feeling. And I went and I was telling people I don't get good feelings at work. That's not a thing. There's no optimism that comes like when you're just in the middle of this problem. It just makes no sense. Anyways, and started getting a good feeling, and we fixed the problem around 1:30. So I don't want to jinx it but like I'll probably go in tomorrow and everything's be broken again. But man, I'm so relieved. And then I went and they had an event at work, a poker tournament, the first tournament I've ever really been involved in. This one wasn't for money, but I won, which was crazy because there were a lot of people, and there were a lot of people who were better at poker than I am who were there. So that was crazy. So it was a good day. Today was a good day. I need to like write about this day somewhere. So, anyways, okay, let's do main trivia. So tonight's main trivia question was, which of the following countries typically holds elections on a Saturday and imposes fines on those who don't vote and who don't have a valid excuse? Your options were Alpha, Canada, Bravo, New Zealand, Charlie, Great Britain, or Delta, Australia. The answer is Delta, Australia. Both New Zealand and Australia vote on Saturdays, but New Zealand and Australia vote on Saturdays, but Australia actually imposes fines on those who don't vote and don't have a valid excuse. So in Australia, voting is compulsory for citizens aged 18 and over. Currently, 97.1% of eligible Australians, that's over 17.3 million, are enrolled to vote, with around 500,000 not registered as of December 2022. Australians must vote in 3 types of elections, just like us, federal, state, and local. Voting options include attending polling stations, pre-polling, postal voting, and more. Voting enrollment became mandatory in 1912, and voting itself became compulsory in 1924. If someone fails to vote, the Australian Electoral Commission may issue a $20 penalty notice, which can be avoided if a valid reason is provided, so absence from the country, ineligibility, or other sufficient reasons. And if the penalty is unpaid without a valid cause, the individual may face a court fine of $222. So that's tonight's main trivia question. All right, 7-3, everybody. Have a wonderful Wednesday. or rest of the week. KD8EPC, W8HRF, 73 y'all. Thanks for running the net, Dustin.
All right, thank you so much for doing the main trivia there, Josh, and glad you got your problem solved there today, and I'm glad to hear you out there. So we'll say 73, and that's going to bring me over to Miss Lucy now. KYUK, give us your comments and then read us the alternate trivia.
KD8EPC and the net. Today was great. Josh was in a great mood, which makes up for half of the day being awesome. And the other part of the day was Betty playing by herself and dancing to her music and just being such a good girl, which she can say now. It's super cute. And then we went to Hartville Thrift, and we finally found a sweatshirt for size 24 months or 2T, either one, because why not have both? It's confusing, but they make more money that way. Anyway, she got some clothes that fit her, plus some cute stuff that she can wear when she's a little older. And I found some baby backpacks so that we can hike with her more. Eventually, if we can convince ourselves to hike more in the first place. I'm trying to remember the other good deals. I found a balance bike for her, which I don't even want to think about how expensive it is brand new. We got one for $2. It's pretty beat up, but it does the job. Just great stuff. It was great, and we went to lunch together, which I've only done with her once, so that was really fun. And I was able to work around the house a little bit and hang out with one of my friends while Josh was at the poker game. So, yeah, it was a really great day. I'm very, very grateful for all of the results that I had come through politically. Very, very grateful for America, really. I'm going to let it drop, and I'm going to read the alternate trivia. KE8YUK returning with all trivia. Pretty much everyone is familiar with the peace symbol, but where did the design come from? A, the three legs represent stability inside of the circle, which stands for the Earth. B, the internal lines are semaphore letters N and D, standing for nuclear disarmament. C, it was originally a Quaker pacifist symbol representing the Christian Trinity. And D, it was the pie-cutting method that Colonel Cornwallis used to settle arguments at Thanksgiving. The answer is actually B. Gerald Herbert Holtham designed the international peace symbol in 1985 for the British campaign for nuclear disarmament. The lines inside of the circle are, in fact, the flag alphabet letters or semaphore letters for N and D, the N being two arms at 45-degree angles to the quote-unquote body of the sender, and the D being an arm up and an arm down, creating the central line. The circle seems to mean nothing at all. There you go. Back to you, Dustin. Everyone have a great night. God bless, and sleep easy.
All right there, Miss Lucy. Thanks so much for doing the alternate trivia, and we certainly will sleep well, dreaming of cheap gas and secure borders. We'll say 73 and catch there and down the log. We picked up Taco Tim there, KI5TAQ. This is KD8EPC with BeaconNet, and I'm looking for check-ins. Please call now. All right, nothing heard. Taco Tim, KI5TAQ, take it.
Good evening, Dustin. This is about the second time I've heard you. Maybe the first. I don't know. Well, that's all righty. I'm just hanging out right now in a hangar, and Alan's in the other hangar. He's just, shall we say, resting and relaxing, and hope and pray that he feels better for the rest of the week. But anyways, besides that, well, 1 week down and many more to go before Christmas. But you all take care, and I'll say 7-3s for now. This is KI5TAQ.
All right, 73 there, Tim. Have a good night, and thanks for stopping by there. All right, this is KD8EPC with the BeaconNet. This is the last call for check-ins. Please call now. All right, nothing else heard there. On behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, and the Beacon Net crew, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us on the next edition of the Beacon Net, Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater 147.390 with a positive offset and PL tone of 114.8, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink W8WKY-R. Also, don't forget to check out the Barometer Net every morning at 7 a.m. except for Sunday here on the W8WKY repeater. And don't forget to visit our friends over on the N5XQK Memorial Boredom Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to the Beacon Net. This is KD8EPC. I'm returning the repeater for normal amateur use at this time, and I will be clear. 73, y'all.
Thanks, Dustin, and KE8MMY. I heard you underneath there. I got you marked in and out. Thanks, Chris. Have a great night. KD8SLG, clear.
W8WKY.
I'm going to say, none of us on All-Star heard the end of the net. Good night, all. ABNMO.
Whoops. Oh, well. 7-3. Have a good night, Andy. ABNMO, W8HRF.
All right, Josh. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I need my beauty sleep. Good night, all. ABNMO.
WB8HRF, K0KDW. Reading comments on Facebook paid off tonight.
Well, it was a record night tonight, KSFQV.
It's definitely some sort of a record tonight. What were you saying, Brad? I missed the first part. Something about Facebook?
Saying it looks like reading the comments on somebody's post the other day paid off when it came to the primary trivia.
Oh yeah, the thing. Yeah, the trivia. Makes sense. I remember what you were saying. You read it and you got the answer right. Yeah, it was actually pretty evenly split of the 10 folks we had tonight. So. Yeah, that was a fun one. I actually pulled that together like a couple minutes before the net, so I had a different one queued up, but I wanted to do the election one because Mark had sent me the inspiration for that, so I thought it'd be a fun one.
Yep, sounds good there. And yeah, about the whole Hamfest thing, no, I don't MC. I provide information. I like to be hidden behind the mic, not at the mic in the presence where everybody can see me. I like to be hidden.
The man behind the curtain, as it were. Nope, I understand for sure. I don't like particularly being in the spotlight either, I guess. So, yeah, that's cool. Oh, what was I going to ask you? I can't remember. Oh, the weather stuff. How did you fare? How did your neck of the woods fare with all the bad weather that went through the last couple of days?
Well, where I was, particularly at my location, wasn't terrible. Got about 3 inches of rain, roughly, the entire 3-day span of the storm. But as mentioned during the net, some places in south central Missouri, like around Rolla, West Plains, Fort Leonard, some of those areas saw over a foot of rain. In fact, I-44 is expected to reopen shortly. It was closed near the Rolla-Fort Leonard Wood region due to the Gasconade River covering both east and west of the interstate. And that should be reopening before the end of the night. Missouri Department of Transportation is going to be going out to clear debris from the roadway and do a safety inspection of the pavement and the bridge before they reopen it. And as that gets ready to reopen, U.S. Route 63 between Rolla and Vienna, like the sausage, is now closed due to the Gasconade River getting out of its banks in that particular area.
Fun stuff. Jeez Louise. Well, glad that the roads are starting to open back up. There's been a lot of bad weather lately with all of the last couple of hurricanes and then that outbreak of storms. But the interesting thing that I had realized, or I looked it up the other a couple of weeks ago, was I think the last EF5 tornado to hit, maybe I should be quiet and make this a trivia question, but the last EF5 tornado to hit the United States, I think, was like 10 years ago or something like that. I'll have to look that up again. I thought it was like 2013 when I read it, so that was kind of interesting to hear about. But yeah, seems like we've had a lot of storms lately, that's for sure.
Yeah, and now you add on top of that, Interstate 70 in Colorado is closed due to snow. Some areas could be seeing up to a foot of snow. So if it's not one extreme, it's the other. And for some areas here in Missouri, this was our first rain in over 32 days. So we were under extreme drought. Drought monitor is released tomorrow, so it'll be interesting to see how that's changed.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's nuts. Apparently, we were having a bit of a drought here in Ohio, too. At some point towards the end of the summer, they were telling people to stop drinking and not drinking so much water, but stop using so much water, like don't water your lawns and stuff, which just, I don't remember that ever happening. But then again, I grew up on the lake. I grew up on Lake Erie. I was always a mile away, so, like, water problems were never even a consideration, really. But now I guess down here in Akron, I guess we get our water from reservoirs and stuff, so it's more of a problem, I guess. But it wasn't, I don't think it was nearly as bad as you guys had it out there, but yeah, that's crazy stuff. Yeah, and it does look like the last EO5 tornado was May 20th of 2013. That's crazy. But yeah, it's a lot of rain. So, oh boy. All right, Brad, I'm going to head off. We might go watch some TV since we got out early. That'd be kind of cool. Hope to hear you on the radio again pretty soon, though. And thanks for stopping by tonight. KA0, KDW, W8HRF. Enjoy your Hamfest, by the way.
Yep, sounds good. And unfortunately, Friday night into Saturday, region-wide, in the 37 counties that I have responsibility for on Skywarn DMR and P25, which is a combined net. They're linked together. And eventually we'll be adding NXD to that Skywarn digital format. But anyhow, it looks like region-wide we could see another 2 to 3 inches possibly this weekend, which from a drought standpoint, we need it. And you know, I was talking with a friend down in Big Springs, Texas, which is western Texas, near Hobbs, New Mexico, and he found it hard to believe that we'll be talking about an extreme drought at the same time as talking about extreme flooding, and it's unfortunately pretty common here in southern Missouri to be talking about extreme to nearly excessive drought, and also be talking about flooding. So, and a big part of that is, number one, it all came in a short period, but number two, it's so dry that probably half of that ran off instead of soaking in. So it's unfortunate, but that's kind of how it goes. And we're talking about more rain chances next week too. So we're getting into what I usually call our rainy season. I expect this dryness through October. October is usually we get real dry. Same with July and August and September. We got pretty lucky this summer with getting decent chances of rain. I think July had 3 to 5 inches where I'm at, another 2 or 3 inches in August, and then only got about 1.25 inches in September, and only an inch for the entire month of October. There you go. Myra engage. 73. We'll catch you later. I will send you a reminder on Sunday evening or Monday during the day, if I remember. For you to join my club. I didn't tell you that Monday night. I was in the midst of running severe weather. Nets wild club net. So I didn't invite extra people to the club net. A little shorter. 73, 78 HRF, K80.
W8WKY.
Timed myself out. WHRF, KW, 73.
As to that, Brad, I heard what you had to say, but just so you know, when you keyed up there, you started doubling for some reason. You kind of had an echo where you would say something, and then 2 seconds later, you'd hear the same thing again. That's kind of weird, but don't know what's going on there. But anyways, we'll catch you later. KA0, KDW, W8HRF.
Copy. It was doing that to you as well, so who knows? I personally think it is a person doing that, but you never know. K0 KDW will be clear and dropping myself from W8WKY as well as the Missouri repeaters. Stand by. K0 KDW clear.
All right, let me make sure I got it. All right, I think I heard you underneath, Brad. They were saying, Jairus, that there was another node and it's taken care of now.
Yeah, QSL, sorry, I didn't mean to double with you, Brad. I was just trying to throw that information out there that it wasn't your radio or a problem with your setup. It was 2 nodes keyed up at the same time, one of them being the Sarah Club and one of them being another one on the border breaker hub that I dropped, 63176. Don't remember the call sign, but 63176 was causing an issue, so they got dropped.
All right, cool. Sounds good. Thanks, Jairus. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. AI5Q, W8HRF.
W8WKY. Repeater PL1 14.8. W8WKY.